Okay, we will go ahead and get started and see if anyone else joins us for the day. So this week, it's called a virtual world tour. So we'll be looking at some different countries every day and discussing them. So today we are talking about Europe, and the countries that we were kind of focusing on were Germany and Italy. So in Italy, does anyone know how you say hello in Italian? Okay. So in Italy or in Italian, if you're saying hello, you normally say ciao, which is also goodbye. Kind of funny. You say the same word for both hello and goodbye. And in German, when you say hello, you say it's more like a hallo, not hello, it's like hallo. So we're going to do a little slideshow to show you guys some fun facts I found about Europe, and then we're going to talk about some of the fun landmarks and tourist attractions that are in Europe. So here's the PowerPoint. Virtual tour of Europe. Okay, so some fun facts about Europe. Okay, so the European continent is located completely in the northern hemisphere and is mainly in the eastern hemisphere. Europe borders onto the Arctic Ocean. So the Arctic Ocean is up here in this area, in the north, and then the Atlantic Ocean in the west, and down by the Mediterranean Sea to the south. So Europe spans all the way from about here all the way over here. So it's a pretty big continent. Okay. There are 50 countries in Europe, with a total of more than 742 million people living on the continent. That sure is a lot of people living on one continent. The largest country in Europe is the European part of Russia, and it covers more than any other country. But the three largest countries are Russia, the Ukraine, and France. The smallest town in the country of Croatia, there is a small town called Hum, and it is not only the smallest town in Europe, but it's the smallest town in the world. This town has only about 21 inhabitants. So only about 21 people live in this teeny tiny town of Hum in Croatia. Okay. Then we have the largest city capital is Moscow, and that's the Russian capital city, and it houses more than 13 million inhabitants within the city limits. And St. Petersburg is Russia's second largest city with 5.3 million inhabitants. And Moscow is the largest city that is entirely in the European continent. And this is just an overview picture of the city of Moscow. Then the smallest country, so country, not city. We already talked about the smallest city, which was Hum, but the smallest country is Vatican City, and is the smallest country not only in Europe but also in the world. The city-states an enclave within Italy, and it's the smallest country by both population and by size. So this is just the size of how big Vatican City is. And then, does anybody know what the 5 most spoken languages are in Europe? Okay, it's Russian, German, French, English, Turkish, and Italian. Okay, and there are famous tourist attractions. Do you guys know of any landmarks or know of any of the stuff that is in Europe that you see that you can visit? Hold on. I'm going to stop for a second. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. Go back. Okay. So, what are the landmarks you guys know about? Any landmarks you've heard of? No? Okay, so the Eiffel Tower in France. This metal tower has 3 floors and it stands in the city center of Paris. It was built for the 1889 World Fair to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the French Revolution. The 1,062-foot Eiffel Tower was constructed by Auguste Eiffel and a team of engineers. If you would like to take the steps up to the tower viewing platform on the 2nd floor, there are 704 steps you'd have to climb. And the tower is visited by over 250 million people since it was opened. And then in Russia, there is the Kremlin Wall. The Grand Kremlin Palace is part of a Kremlin complex and is located next to the Red Square and the St. Basil Cathedral in Russia's capital city of Moscow. The Kremlin is a fortress with enclosing walls and is built along the Moskva River, and the name Kremlin means fortress within a city, and is more than 500-year-old. Kremlin includes the wall with its 20 towers as well as 4 churches and 5 palaces within the wall. The Kremlin was once the residence of the Tsars. I think that's how you say that. Today, though, it is where the Russian president lives, and the Cathedral of Vasily the Blessed, usually referred to as St. Basil's Cathedral, is easily recognized due to its 9 brightly colored onion domes. So if you kind of see in the background of the picture back here, these are the onion domes that they're talking about, and when I say that, that's how you recognize that. And then the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is one of Italy's major tourist attractions. The freestanding bell tower of the Pisa Cathedral was built over almost 200 years and was finished in 1399. The original height of the tower was 196 feet, but as it is leaning, the lowest side is now less than 184 feet. The construction already caused many problems as the soil was soft, sandy, and unstable. Already during construction, the builders tried to balance the leaning side with more columns on the other side, but the tower still leaned, and many other buildings in the area lean like that. And if you've ever seen pictures of like people who have gone to the Leaning Tower of Pisa, you'll notice they like pretend they're holding up the tower in their pictures, which is really what I think a lot of the tourists tend to try to do if they go see the Leaning Tower. I know as a kid, I've always wanted to visit Italy. I think it'd be fun to visit someday. Okay. So give me a second. So I know growing up for me, my family is, we have some German blood in us. So my dad taught me a few words and phrases when I was a kid, and I know how to say danke. Do you know what danke means?
No.
Danke means thank you. So if you know anybody that's from Germany or knows how to speak a little bit of German, if you say danke, it means thank you. And when I was little, my dad taught me how to say the dog is red, and it's the Hund is rot. But my dad liked to do that when I was younger. And when I was in school, if you've ever heard at Christmas time the song "Oh Christmas Tree," my school actually taught me how to sing that song in German. I don't remember all the words now that I'm older, but I do remember some of the words, like Christmas tree in German is "O Tannenbaum." So I'm going to show you, it's just a quick little video, and it's got a few German phrases that you can learn to say. So let's share this, and we'll watch this video for a little bit and watch how to learn some German phrases.
Hallo, wichtige Wörter und Sätze. Important words and sentences. Lesson 1. Sätze, Zahlen und Fragen. Was passt zusammen? Guten Morgen. Die heiße Schokolade.
So guten Morgen means
Guten Tag.
good morning.
Genau, die Sonne.
And guten Tag means good day.
Guten Abend. Ja,
Guten
der
Abend means good
Sonnenuntergang.
evening.
Und gute Nacht.
And gute Nacht is good night.
Der Mond. Okay, weiter geht's.
See, that's all we're going to do. We're just going to
Nachsprechen.
listen to. Those are the easy phrases to say. So like good evening, good morning, good night. And they all start with the same word, guten. So, do you know are there any other fun places to visit in Europe, or have you heard of any of the fun tourist attractions that there are over there? I know in London there's also Big Ben, which is a big clock tower, and it is also called Big Ben is actually the nickname for the Great Bell, and that is the big, huge tower in London. It's part of the Parliament building, because that's how we have our government system. They have something called the Parliament in London. So they have the Parliament building, and they built Big Ben. It's also known as Elizabeth Tower, which is funny because that's my name, but that's also the Queen's name. I can't remember how many Queen Elizabeths there's been, but there's currently Queen Elizabeth, but there are also more Queen Elizabeths throughout time. And then I know there is also the Roman Colosseum in Rome. Do you know what the Roman Colosseum is? The Roman Colosseum is a place where, like, if you've ever heard of gladiators or stuff like that, where they used to do those gladiator shows way back in the old days. I don't think they really do them much anymore, I don't believe, but gladiator shows, and I think they had the lions and they fought each other and all that stuff. That is about all I have for you today, though. So I will say ciao, which is also goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow for another Zoom lesson. Tomorrow, I believe we will be in South America talking about the fun stuff over in South America. So have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.